Hey, what's going on YouTube? James from J Kramer Fitness, protein review guy. Today we are doing a unbiased look at Muscle Feast Isolate Grass-Fed Edition. As always, I have the timestamps listed down below what I will be discussing in this video. How many scoops post-workout, how does it shake, and quality of protein, etc. Everything's listed down below. And as always, before getting into review, please leave a like, it helps the channel grow. And please leave a like if you found this information helpful, making you a more informed buyer. Subscribe for weekly protein powder review updates. So with that shared, let's go ahead and get into this edition of Muscle Feast Grass-Fed Isolate Review. The details. Muscle Feast is an Ohio-based family supplement company that offers high-quality ingredients in their products, all natural ingredients, no GMOs, soy-free. Majority of their protein powders have the claims pasture-raised, grass-fed, and hormone and antibacterial free from cows. Plus, Muscle Feast offers a easy return policy. If you're unhappy, just fill out the form and you are good to go. Regarding the grass-fed isolate, Muscle Feast offers 20.5 grams of protein. This is from the vanilla flavor. The unflavored offers a little bit higher aminos and leucine and a little bit higher protein per serving. Offers 4.6 grams of BCAAs, 2.2 grams of leucine, and 20.5 grams of protein. It's also shared that their protein is cold filtered. What that means to you as the buyer: lower lactose, higher nutrients per serving. Finally, at the very bottom of the bag, you'll see a acronym SDVOSB. What that means, it's an indication to service disabled veteran-owned small business. So if you want to support a small business and a veteran who is disabled, by all means, purchase directly from Muscle Feast. With that shared, let's go ahead and examine the third-party certifications that Muscle Feast has. Muscle Feast's commitment to transparency is evident in their third-party certifications. Very bottom left of the bag, you will see a list of certifications earned by Muscle Feast. This includes kosher, gluten-free formulation, certified vegetarian by the American Vegetarian Association. Muscle Feast dedication to quality control is also further demonstrated through their partnership through Volac. That is who they purchase their protein powder from. They use Ultra Whey 90. The party provides a detailed report examining the product's quality. The report covers everything from calories to yeast and mold, ensuring that every bag of Muscle Feast protein is of the quality and safest of standards so that you, the buyer, feel comfortable with their product. Another certification under the radar is that Volac is registered with informed ingredients. So every bag of Muscle Feast is screened for more than 200 banned substances. So which is fantastic if you're a professional athlete or collegiate athlete, if you do have to get drug tested. So this Muscle Feast protein is free of 250 banned substances. One last cherry on top. Labdoor has analyzed Muscle Feast protein, and this is a great segue into the next section, is Muscle Feast Whey Protein Isolate Amino Spiked. As shared, Labdoor examined the powder, Muscle Feast protein powder. Their certificate analysis shows that the unflavored Muscle Feast protein is not amino spiked. So the listed amount of protein on the bag is what you'll be ingesting. There is an amino acid profile for Muscle Feast. It's printed right on the bag for 100 grams and per serving. Clear, 100% transparency. Nice, easy, simple. I love that. We can examine that whether Muscle Feast Isolate is grass-fed protein with that information. Here's my issue with Muscle Feast. It's the amino acid and protein content. Let's compare Muscle Feast to On Gold Standard, see how they compare. As you can see, On Gold Standard offers a higher leucine count, higher amino acid count, and more grams per serving. Obviously, the Muscle Feast information I have listed on the graph is for the unflavored version. However, where Muscle Feast is superior is the third-party verifications and certifications, free of banned substances, and not amino spike. With this information, let's go ahead and take a look to see and examine if the claim of grass-fed for Muscle Feast is valid. On every bag of dairy-based Muscle Feast protein, you will see an emblem of grass-fed. However, unfortunately, that is not a recognized grass-fed badge. It's not truly certified as grass-fed, nor is it USDA organic certified having these badges. I mean, obviously the company is paying a little bit more and they're sourcing a little bit higher quality, the highest quality going with the truly grass-fed. However, with the USDA organic, that is only valid for US-based protein powders. Even though that Muscle Feast is a USA-based brand, they source their protein or whey protein from the United Kingdom and Ireland. So we have to do a little bit math here to figure out how much or if Muscle Feast is truly a grass-fed protein powder. And this is where I go ahead and introduce the Asian Roots article examining the grass-fed quality of Muscle Feast. Here's what we do know about Muscle Feast. The unflavored version offers 21.5 grams of protein, 4.8 grams of BCAAs, and 2.3 grams of leucine. Doing the math, the Asian Roots article is based off of 25 grams. However, Muscle Feast doesn't hit that threshold, so I did a little calculation reduction for the guidelines and standards. Muscle Feast protein powder is likely sourced from a predominantly grass-fed cows based on the BCAA content. So it's not predominantly or mostly grass-fed, and this is where the quality isn't the highest, nor is it the best. However, we do know that this protein powder, based on the Volek testing or certificate of analysis, that this protein powder is free from antibiotics or hormone-injected cows, because the European Union has banned the use of hormones and antibiotics in cows. However, the big thing is we don't really have a threshold on how many days that these cows were on the grass pasture fed. Let's go ahead and take a look at Amazon opinions on Muscle Feast grass-fed isolate. To date, Muscle Feast has 4.3 out of 5 stars. This is based off of verified 4,200 buyers. Most of the negative reviews stem from the price, issues with the bag not sealing properly, and taste. If you haven't read the ingredients in the badge, this sucker is running on stevia. If you've been watching my reviews, I am not a fan of stevia. It gets too sweet, too medicinal. Based on the small negative reviews though, the repeat offender for worst flavor Muscle Feast offers is usually between chocolate and strawberry cheesecake. However, this is a small minority of individuals who do not enjoy this flavor. While on the flip side, examining all the positive reviews, it's centered around the brand and product clear and consistent transparency and honesty, which is awesome, and the clean and all natural ingredient profile and the ease of mixing. So there is no use of GMOs, no soy, so it's fantastic. Before making a shake, let's examine how many scoops you need to stimulate muscle protein synthesis post-workout for Muscle Feast. As always, research suggests 25 grams of protein, offering up to 3 grams of leucine per serving. Suppose your goal is to recover from a tough workout. Here's what we do know with Muscle Feast: 21.5 grams of protein with 2.3 grams of leucine. For the unflavored, as shared, flavored versions have 2.2 and 20.5 protein and leucine. Regardless if you do flavored or unflavored, you're probably going to have to aim for 1.5 scoops post-workout if your liquid is water. To save on money, I always recommend a high protein, lactose-free skim milk. Doing the math, 3/4 of a scoop is going to be more than enough with 1 cup of high protein skim milk to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. Let's go ahead and get into making a Muscle Feast shake. Suggested use: mix 1 level scoop with 6 to 10 ounces of water or beverage of your choice. We do not believe in fillers in our protein powders. We suggest using milk or milk substitute for better taste. I'm just going to be using my recommendation of 1.5 scoops. However, I found out that using the higher end of the beverage recommendation, using 10 fluid ounces is going to offset the stevia taste. Open the bag. What's fantastic about this, Usually they taste awesome if you can smell the flavor right out of the bag. Smells exactly like vanilla, which is awesome. I have the cell here, Pro Choice Farms Daily Driver Shaker Cup. Then we're just go ahead and grab our scoop here. We're aiming for 1.5 scoops. A little bit over and a half here. Boom, scoop in, close the bag, grab the cell, lock her up. Let's make sure the pour spout's closed. Let's shake. Nice little 10-second shake here. I gave this a really high score. Yeah, it gets a little frothy here. However, there are no cake bits on the side. Mix is fantastic. Let's go ahead and look under the pour spout here. Very little to no cake bits at all, which is awesome. Go ahead and get into our Muscle Feast vanilla taste test. Cheers. Taste is on par with vanilla. Using 10 fluid ounces is going to go ahead and offset any of that difficult or tough stevia aftertaste. Vanilla makes an appearance. There is very little to no stevia taste if you use the 10 fluid ounces. So I think the vanilla is a fantastic flavor here. Let's go ahead and examine the protein powder's pros and cons. As always, let's go ahead and discuss the cons for Muscle Feast grass-fed protein powder. Strong stevia taste. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. However, you can offset that strong stevia taste by mixing 10 fluid ounces. Statement: super expensive for the protein quality that you're paying for. Hey, even though this protein powder is predominantly a grass-fed protein powder, however, when you compare the quality components, leucine, BCAAs, and protein per serving to a national leader, you're starting to question like, maybe at this price point, it may not be worth it. And then of course, this one's kind of a nitpick, but it's lacking a true third-party verification for grass-fed. What you see on the bag isn't a verified badge at all. Yes, I do agree with the statements grass-fed and then hormone and antibiotic-free from cows that are European pasture-raised. What we do know after examining the BOLIC certificate of analysis, this protein powder is from Ireland and United Kingdom cows. If Muscle Feast is truly grass-fed, yeah, it is predominantly grass-fed. If this was truly 100% grass-fed, I would imagine the amino acid and protein qualities would be a lot higher. So what does Muscle Feast protein powder get right? What does Muscle Feast protein powder got going right for it? Well, third-party verified and certified. Every potential certification, lab door certifying that this protein powder is the listed amount, the BOLIC certificate of analysis examining where this protein is from, the yield and mold count on it. It's got everything. I's are dotted, T's are crossed. Awesome, super awesome customer service. They were fast, efficient. There was no confusion on what I was looking for, and they provided clear, complete, concise answers. Transparent brand. What you're seeing is what you're getting. It may not be the highest quality protein powder that is grass-fed. However, if you have your reservations on Dymatize or Optimum Nutrition, this is a great protein powder to go ahead and purchase if you can afford it. All right, let's go ahead and do my review roundup of Muscle Feast because we are getting close to an end. You may be in one of two camps. Camp one, I'm not paying that much for a protein powder that offers low protein per serving, or you can be in the second camp, and this is where I am at with Muscle Feast. There are multiple third-party verifications in certifying this protein powder's quality and the product. I wish Muscle Feast had obtained a verified grass-fed badge a little further than what is being offered on the bag. However, we know that they source their protein from the United Kingdom and Ireland, which means it is hormone and antibiotic free. Based on the amino acid profile, Muscle Feast is likely sourced from predominantly grass-fed cows based on the BCAA content. If you watch my Legion protein powder review, you know I wasn't blown away by that product. The only difference between Legion and Muscle Feast is that Legion went slightly further to obtain the truly grass-fed badge. I think both protein powders are of highest of quality, but when you examine the BCAA and leucine content, they are both certified good. Let's compare Muscle Feast to known other certified grass-fed protein powders, and let's answer this question. is Muscle Feast Isolate good? These are all protein powders I've already done video reviews about. Each one of these protein powders offers something unique and different. If you want the highest quality protein powder being offered, go with Antler Farms New Zealand Isolate. The protein powder is on par for quality and is my bet for the highest quality protein powder you can purchase from this whole entire group. My number 2, Asian Roots. However, the downfall with Asian Roots is that it only comes in unflavored. Muscle Feast, Legion, Earthfed Muscle, or Raw Organic Whey. Out of those 4, Raw Organic Whey is probably going to be at the bottom of the list because of the USDA certification. Yes, it is certified as grass-fed. What is nice about Raw Organic Whey is that it is very inexpensive. It is actually one of the least expensive proteins you can purchase. However, it is on par with Muscle Feast. The only other knock is that it's a concentrate, so if you're someone who can't digest lactose, all these protein powders are cold filtered. And then Muscle Feast does offer a wide variety of flavors, but when you look at the amount of servings necessary to stimulate muscle protein synthesis, Muscle Feast is actually at the top, so you need more scoops to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. So let's go ahead and close this review and answer this question. Out of the 5 protein powders that are certified grass-fed, which of the 5 is the best? By my standards, and if we're doing an objective analysis on what we do know, Antler Farms New Zealand Whey is the best one out of this group. However, the issue is price and availability. My second best option would be Asian Roots. They are fantastic, but the problem though with that is if you're someone who wants a little flavor, they don't offer any flavoring. And then my third one would be Earthfed Muscle. They are a fantastic brand. However, the price per serving is going to be on par with Legion. But when you start comparing the two right there, Earthfed Muscle offers the highest leucine and BCAAs per content per servings. Just to recite one more time, top 3, Antler Farms, Asian Roots, and then my pick for flavored protein powder is Earthfed Muscle. All right, review in the books. What are your thoughts? Do you think that this protein, Muscle Feast Isolate, is worth a purchase? I firmly believe it's a good protein. However, when you start examining the quality of protein being offered in it, it's not the best, but what's fantastic, the amount of certifications, it is amazing. It's on board with Legion, in my opinion. But if you're someone who wants to help a small business that is from a disabled veteran, buy direct from Muscle Feast from their website. So comment below, let me know what are your thoughts. Did I get this protein powder right? Leave a like if you've learned something new about protein powders. And then finally, I always take special requests for protein powders. There's a lot in the pipeline when I get there. Please subscribe if you want more content like this. Everything's long format. I go ins and outs on protein powders to make sure that you get the best value for your money. And as always, thanks for watching. Make it a great day.